for this from this moment on. You know, so
Okay.
that you can have that to play back.
Okay.
So we're looking at the trauma of witnessing your father at the hospital. And at this moment, I want you to tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, what is that emotion at this moment?
Um, well,
When you think of the story.
it's definitely like a 10
Okay, so it's still a 10. Is it a
or
bigger
maybe a
10 than it
9
was a moment ago?
or maybe a 9.
Maybe a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
So now what I want you to do, I'm going to invite you to take a look at that 9 that's in your heart. And I want you to just send love to the 9. We're out of the story. I want you to just focus completely on your body. And I want you to love that 9, that full on 9 in your heart. I want you to just send love to your heart, to the 9 in your heart. If you were to picture that 9, is it big and dark or bright and shiny? What does the 9 look like to you?
Looks like medium and dull.
I want you to just send love to that 9 because it's just a 9. I want you to repeat after me. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
It's just a 9.
It's just a 9.
I have a 9 in my heart.
I have a 9 in my heart.
It's just a 9.
It's just a 9.
It's okay if I have a 9.
It's okay if I have a 9.
So we're not trying to make it go away. We're accepting it for what it is. It's a 9.
Hmm.
We're loving it anyway, no matter what it is. It's just a
Hmm.
9.
Hmm.
So repeat after me. It's a 9.
It's a 9.
It's just a 9.
It's just a 9.
I love that 9.
I love that 9.
It's a 9.
It's a 9.
I have a 9.
I have a 9.
I have a 9 in my heart.
I have a 9 in my heart.
I want you to open up to accepting fully and completely that 9 in your heart. Open your heart, both the left and right side, completely to open and send love to that 9. We're going to stop trying to make it go away and stop trying to squash it down. We're going to just accept it for what it is. Now I want you to take a giant breath in through the nose and a very forceful exhale out. And again. Even harder, a very forceful exhale out. Big inhale and push it all the way out. Okay, Carolyn, so what's happening in your body right now? Do you still have a 9 in your heart?
I think maybe it's like 7.
So if you could put a number on it, what number would you put on it?
Um, a 7.
A 7?
Yeah, a 7. Yeah.
So let's look at that 7 in your heart. Is it tingly, dull? How would you describe it?
Mm, it's dull.
Understand, we want to get this down to a 0 because any
Mm,
emotion that's trapped in the body can flare up in a heartbeat. It can go from a 1 or a 0.1 to huge, a 10 or a 20 all over again. So
mm.
this is why we want to be able to completely open up to accepting whatever that is and sending it love. So I want, is it still in the heart?
Yeah.
Is it still in the same spot? Okay.
Yeah.
Does it feel like it's to one side more than the other?
Yeah. To the left.
Okay. What I'm getting, and this might sound counterintuitive, I'm getting that it's almost because your right side is blocked, which is the divine masculine. I
Mm.
want you to open up both sides of your heart so that it can
Okay.
fill, that seven can fill your whole heart.
Mhm.
Just open up your heart. Take a deep breath in and expand both sides of your heart. Let the right side pop open, pop out. I want you to invite that seven to fill up your entire heart, both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Allow them both to flow equally. And I want you to use your awareness and your intention, and I want you to send a giant blast of love to both sides of your heart, directly to the number seven in your heart. Knowing that it's okay to have number seven in your heart. Allowing the divine masculine to flow and the divine feminine to flow equally into both sides of your heart. Opening up both sides to welcome and receive this energy. What's happening in your body right now, Carolyn?
I feel like it's hard to open my heart up.
Yeah. And that's my guess is most likely answer, and you tell me whether this resonates with you, is that you've closed that down to not feel the hurt from the divine masculine.
Yeah.
That makes sense? Yeah. So what I want you to do is imagine, are you familiar with Archangel Michael
Yeah.
as a divine source of divine masculine?
Mm.
And I want you to imagine that it is actually Archangel Michael who's coming in with a sword to cut any cords that are binding the right side of your heart closed. I want you to allow this divine guidance, this divine source to help you open up both sides of your heart. Because you wouldn't say no to Archangel Michael, would you? No.
No.
So I want you to open up your divine masculine to Archangel Michael, allowing that beautiful electric blue white light to flow into the right side of your heart. So what's happening in your body right now, Carolyn?
Yeah,
Does it still feel stuck?
I think so. I think it's very like deep rooted, maybe.
This is one of those movements it's easier to do in person, but let
Yeah.
me see. I want you to just send love to that deep-rooted, stuck feeling on the right side of your heart. We're not trying to make it go away. We're just loving it anyway. There's a reason it was created. You believed it was going to protect you, and we're just loving and thanking it for trying to protect you. Let's go back to the storyline. So I want you to start telling me the story of you in the hospital with your father, and I want you to stop when the emotion gets to 7 or above. Okay.
Okay. I'm just thinking like, could it be like more to do with my childhood and my father? Like, could that still be connected to?
There could definitely be some issues going back further. I'm getting not to look at that. I'm getting to clear this first. We need to
Okay.
clear this first.
All right. Okay. So, all
Because
right.
here we're just clearing the trauma of seeing this and of that
Okay.
event.
Okay.
So I want you to tell me the story out loud,
Okay.
like you did earlier.
Um, okay. Sorry, I didn't expect to get emotional.
So at this moment, I'm guessing you're above a 10. Is that right?
Yeah.
Good. And the reason I say that's good is because you're allowing the emotion to come up, and that's okay. Because my guess is you've been trying to put a brave face on for everybody, particularly your mother. Is that right?
Yeah.
And that is very hard, right? You've been stuffing it down for a long time, for 3 years now.
Yeah.
And understand that feeling, even if it's a feeling of pain or loss, will not kill you. It's okay to feel that feeling. That feeling will not kill you. So I want you to come back from the story now. I want you to find that spot in your body where that feeling lives. Is it still in the heart or is it in a different spot?
Still in the heart.
Okay. Is it still on just the left side of the heart?
Um, I think so.
Okay.
And it might be my
Is there,
throat too.
sorry?
Might be also my throat.
Okay. Which one is stronger sensation, in your heart or in your throat?
My heart.
Okay. Let's just send love to your heart. Is it still an aching feeling or is it changed? How would you describe it?
Just really heavy, dense feeling.
Yeah. Let's just send love to that really heavy, dense feeling in your heart. Getting out of the story and we're just looking at the actual feelings in your body. I want you to intensify now the love that you're sending to your own heart, to that heavy, dense feeling in your heart. I want you to take a deep breath in through the nose and a really sharp exhale. Just push it all the way out. Another one. So what's happening in your body right now, Carolyn?
It feels like a little bit lighter in my heart.
If you could put a number on a scale of 1 to 10 on how heavy that heart feels, your heart feels right now, what number would you put on it?
A 9.
Okay, that's good. That's all right. We're on a different layer than we were on before. And
Okay.
it can, again, it can easily intensify like you saw, because we're
Yeah.
bringing up the emotion to witness that it's okay to feel that. We don't have to make that go away. It's
Yeah.
okay to feel sad. It's okay. And I'm getting a really strong constriction in my throat. So I'm guessing we need to deal with that next for you.
Okay.
And is it possible that that's because you've been afraid to say these things, particularly to your mom?
Yeah.
And afraid to tell her that it's hard on you to do these things because you want to do them for her.
Yeah.
And it's still hard on you.
Yeah.
And when I say that, what number is that?
10.
Yeah. I'm getting bigger than a 10, but that's okay. We'll
Yes,
start with 10.
probably.
We'll start with 10. It's all right. I'm getting closer probably to like a 15 out of 10.
Yeah, probably. Yes.
That's okay. That's all right. Know that it's okay to have these feelings.
Yeah.
Know that we're not going to try to make them go away. This is all part of how sensitive you are and what a beautiful human being you are to do this for your mom, in
Thank you.
spite of the challenges you're facing in your own life.
Yeah.
Okay. So just accept that it's okay to be sensitive.
Okay.
For one, it's okay. It's
Okay.
okay that it hurts.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So now I want to get out of the story and I want to go straight to your throat. The throat that's not willing to say these things to these people you love.
Yeah.
To hurt, you don't want to hurt their feelings.
No.
You prefer to hurt instead of hurting them.
Yeah.
And know that you don't have to hurt. You don't have to hurt.
Okay.
You don't, that's like when you say it out loud, you go, oh, really? Is that what I'm doing? Would your
Yeah.
mom want that? Maybe
No.
not. Okay. But none of this is logical. Emotions aren't logical.
Mm.
That's why they're called emotions.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So understand that it's okay to have these feelings.
Okay. Yeah.
And I want you to send your awareness right now to your throat that's afraid to talk about having these feelings.
Okay.
So I want you to send your love, your total and complete, unbounded, infinite love right to your throat, knowing that it's okay to say things that might hurt someone else's feelings. Just send love to your throat. If there was a color or a sensation attached to your throat, what color or sensation, how would you describe it?
It's blue.
Blue. A bright blue or a dull blue? Peacock blue?
Maybe like a darker blue.
Okay. I want you to send love to that dark blue in your throat. Just love Love that dark blue. Love that it shows what a beautiful human being you are. Just love it. It's part of you. Love that 10 in your throat. Just love it anyway. Love that 10 in your throat. Is it still a 10?
Yeah.
Just keep loving it. Send it a
Okay.
massive, massive laser beam of love right to your throat. Right to all those sore, right to those sore, tender parts in your throat. I want you to stay out of the story, but I want you to just tell me what the level of intensity is in your throat right now. What's happening in your body?
I think my throat's about an 8,
Okay.
but it's still,
Let's send love. How would you describe that 8 in your throat? Is it the same color or a different color?
I think it's going to be lighter, the color.
Okay. I want you to just love that 8. I want you to repeat after me. I have an 8.
I have an 8.
I have an 8 in my throat.
I have an 8 in my
I
throat.
love that 8.
I love that 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
It's just an 8.
It's just an 8.
I have an 8.
I have an 8.
I love that 8.
I love that 8.
It's an 8.
It's 8.
It's just an 8.
It's just an 8.
I have an 8.
I have an 8.
I love that 8.
I love that 8.
I love 8.
I love 8.
And take a deep inhale in and a sharp exhale out. Just keep sending love to your throat. We're staying out of the story. We're just sending love to your throat.
Okay.
Is it still an 8 or is it higher or lower or the same?
The same.
Okay. I want you to take your left hand now and put it on your throat. And allow the energy to come from your own hand, as well as the love to flow from your fingers into your throat, sending love directly to your throat, calming and soothing, just loving your throat, loving that 8. We're not trying to make it go away. We're just loving what is, opening up to loving what is. What's happening in your body right now?
Um, I have a heavy feeling in my heart.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it,
yeah.
if you could put a number on it, what number would you put on it?
Um, a 9.
Okay. I want you to put your left hand on your heart,
Okay.
closest to the spot where you think it is. And we're going to just keep chasing this wherever it keeps moving to. Okay.
Hmm.
We're just going to keep sending it love. Allow the love to flow out from the palm of your hand and allow the love to flow from your intention and your awareness right into your heart. Okay, let's check in here and see, is it still a 9 or has it gone up or down or what's going on in your heart right now?
Um, Maybe about an 8
Okay.
and it's a bit to the left.
I want you to just relax, totally relax, accepting that 8 on the left side of your heart, accepting what is. We're not trying to make it go away. Opening up to that 8 on the left side of your heart. Just repeat after me. It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Is it still an 8 or is it a different number, higher or lower?
I think it's still an 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
Still an 8.
It's still an 8.
I've got an 8.
I've got an 8.
I've got an 8 that doesn't budge.
I've got an 8 that doesn't budge.
I've got an 8 that's stuck in the left side of my heart.
I've got an 8 that's stuck in the left-hand side of my
It's just
heart.
an 8.
It's just an 8.
I have an 8.
I have an 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
I love 8.
I love 8.
I love my 8.
I love my 8.
It's an 8.
It's an 8.
I have an 8.
I have an 8.
Sending love. Sending a major laser beam of love to that 8 in your heart. Just loving it. The same love you would send a child. Just love it anyway. What's happening in your body right now, Carolyn?
I think it's dropping down into my solar plexus.
Just keep your hand, make your hand keep following it. And I want you to allow your hand to help you send love to the exact spot where that energy is living. We're just sending love to it. We're just loving it anyway. What's happening in your body right now, Carolyn?
Sort of on the left-hand side of my heart.
Is it, if you could put a number on it, what number would you put on it?
Like a 7,
Okay.
sort of running heart, yeah, into the back of my heart,
The back of your heart or towards your back?
towards my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand that energetically, we operate from both sides. We always think of the front of our body, but we're actually operating from both sides. And that's funny. I had my hands behind my back just now, sitting here, which I don't usually do. That's funny. Yeah. So what I'm going to have you do is put one hand on the heart and the other hand on the back, the almost the same spot. And I can't make my hand turn that way to face it. So you're just going to put the back of your hand on your back.
Oh, the back of my hand. Okay.
Otherwise, I think you'd hurt yourself.
Oh, I can do it the other way.
Can you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can too.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be better without if it doesn't involve too much stuff going on. All
Yeah.
right. So I want you to just hold yourself because do you see how it moves and it shifts? And this is why you have to keep checking in on where it is.
Yeah.
It moves to avoid detection, to avoid like, oh, she won't see me here. It's,
Yeah.
like I said, it is like a kid playing hide and seek, like, oh, mom won't find me because I did something that hurt her.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's
Right.
just accepting it. And this is why it is about accepting and allowing it. knowing that
Yeah.
it's okay to have those feelings.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
And I'm not sure which is actually stronger for you, whether it's what's going on with your mom right now or if it really is your dad, that trauma. I'm getting there about equal. So,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
so yeah, because that's what's coming up. The minute it feels like to me, like the minute we get lower on the trauma with your dad, I feel your the stress from your mom coming up. Is
Yeah,
that,
there's been a lot of stress. Yeah. A lot of appointments, a lot of,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So we are not going to be able to get you completely clear. And sometimes we can, sometimes it takes multiple sessions to get completely clear, but I will show you how to continue this process at home because
Yeah.
it takes however long it takes.
Yes, yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
just the way it is. It's just,
Yeah.
and you'll know, and it can drop from an 8 to a 2, and then it could take forever, seemingly forever, to move from the 2 down to a 0. Because we don't
Yeah.
want even a half, we want a 0. You want to get
Yes.
completely clear that there's no more attachment to that emotion. Because it
Yeah.
doesn't change what happens, we just change how it makes our body feel.
Yes. Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what I'm getting is that I'm going to show you now how we practice this, and I'm going to send you. So it'll be just about 40 minutes of the recording,
Okay.
and with some notes, and I'm going to show you how to practice this. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to review what it is that seems to be the first thing that comes to your mind that's bothering you. And right now,
Yeah.
I would start with this. Honestly, I'm just calling it the trauma attached to your father's death, and
Okay.
the and it is actual trauma attached to you not being able to verbalize how hard this is for you to do all this stuff for your mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so that is trauma. So
Yes.
those two things, and you're going to see which day you feel like working on one, and then you can
Yes.
work on the other one, and you want to
Okay.
just keep working them down, and you have to keep checking in to see, is it still in the same place or has it changed?
Yeah. Okay.
And then you're seeing how big it is. And so the way you keep coming back to test is to review saying even in just your head what that's about and where is it now. And you got to look for it in your body. And then you get out of the story and you come back to your body.
Okay.
I will tell you it's more challenging to do for the self than it is to do with
Yes.
someone else.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but you can do it, and it is something I would encourage you to try to work on.
Yeah. Maybe we could have another session in a couple of weeks,
Yeah, yeah,
and then I'll be seeing you then in
yeah.
person.
That would
Yeah.
that would work. Yeah. So let's just look at this story because it
Yeah.
may be getting to it is telling me to look at your mom. So,
Mm.
I mean, obviously you know that there are other people and other organizations who can help doing stuff for your mom, right?
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's
There's
Uber,
carers. There's
yeah,
carers. Yeah, that come in, but I think that a lot of the appointments and stuff I have to do, and I have to check on her, and yeah, I don't know how long it'll go on for anyway, because I think sooner or later it'll come to the crunch.
yeah. And what do
Yeah.
you think will happen then?
I don't know, because she's got really bad, like she's in a wheelchair. She had polio when she was a kid. And her shoulders are going.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I just don't know if it's more carers that come in, or whether she's going to end up in a nursing home. I don't know. Or she comes lives with us, or
yeah. Well, yeah, all of those things are an option. My mom actually passed away almost exactly 2 years ago this week, so I understand totally what you're going through, and I understand she was put into a nursing home. It wasn't officially a nursing home; they call it assisted living in the States. The type of care she had
yeah.
3 years before that, and that was traumatic for her to go in, but such a relief for everyone to know that she was safe and being cared
Yes.
for.
Yeah. Yeah.
And someone actually was there every day to give her her meds to make sure she was taking them, and they had
Yes.
incredible bingo and playing cards and art projects. And she was so
Yeah.
busy and happy there
Yeah. Yeah.
that she wasn't getting when we had someone just stopping by the house once a week to do stuff. And she
Yes. Yeah.
wasn't getting, she lived far away. I was already here, but my brother lived nearby, and it's never enough for what they need,
No. No. I mean,
you
my
know.
nephew lives with her, but he's not really there that much. Like he's
Yeah,
20, so
yeah.
like
Yeah, so I understand what you're going through, and those are
yeah.
actual things to look at. But the issue to me is knowing that you can tell people how you're feeling.
Yes. I just
And
don't
you,
want to make her feel bad because I think she already feels guilty.
I know, and I'm sure she does, because she would never want you to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yet clearly
Mm.
you're overwhelmed.
Yes.
So you can just tell her you're getting overwhelmed, whether you say it a white lie, like I'm getting overwhelmed at work, but you
Yeah.
have to be able to, she would want to know about you. She would never want you to suffer,
Mm, true.
right? She wouldn't.
Yeah.
She would be horrified if she knew that it was that hard for you.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
would, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you not verbalizing it is only hurting you because she doesn't know. And
Yeah.
she herself might feel guilty, but not knowing really, she's like, well, it must be okay because she hasn't said anything.
I'll probably never say anything.
You won't. So you have to find a way to express it so that you are able to express your feelings. And that's why I
Yeah.
said you might twist it to say you're getting overwhelmed at work.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Like that,
Yeah.
she would go, oh, and she'd say, oh, you have to quit your job, right? Or whatever.
Yeah.
What would she say?
I have sort of said stuff like that, like there's a lot going on, and she
Yeah,
does understand. Yeah, like, and I did get cranky because my nephew's meant to bring the bins in and out,
yeah,
and he wasn't doing it and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I got a bit cranky with her at that. I said, look, he doesn't pay rent or board or anything. Like he's got to be doing something around here. I can't be around here all the time bringing bins in and out. So I've just stopped going around on bin night. So he's had to do it.
yeah, yeah.
Like instead of everything falling back onto me.
Well, maybe there are more things that your 20-year-old nephew could be doing.
Yeah,
Is he
I
in
know.
school or uni or what's
He's at
he?
uni and I can't talk to my brother about it because we just end up in a fight. And he says, you just tell him yourself. And
Well, I think you should. So there it again. See, you're not speaking your truth. You're telling the
true.
brother, and he's going, you tell him. So you need to be
Oh,
comfortable. It might be whipping him into shape a bit.
yeah. And then I said to mum, I'm going to have a chat. And then she goes, no, no, let me handle it. And
No,
my
no.
my husband was going to have a chat too, like with my brother and all the rest of it. And then I said, no, mum said, don't rock the boat. And so it just goes into a circle.
So at that point, it's still you who's suffering. So
Yes.
you
Yeah.
get to choose. Like your mom doesn't understand what's happening for you. So you can either tell your mom or you can tell the nephew, which
Okay.
sounds easier to you.
The
You
nephew.
clearly that it's in your voice that it was hurting me means you got to tell someone, you got to talk to someone. And it sounds to me like
Yeah.
the nephew is the easier game to handle here,
Okay. Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Go blow it out on your nephew because the 20-year-old
Poor
they'll let it
thing.
go. They'll just say, oh, she's just like that, right? They'll just he can release it very easily, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you can just have a chat with him, or maybe they're all over for lunch at your house very soon. You can't wait on this because it's
Yeah,
harming
okay.
you. It's hurting
I
you.
know. I know.
You could get sick trying to hold all this stuff in. Does that make
I
any sense?
know. It does. Well, I'm learning all about it. So,
Yeah,
yeah, I
so I
totally
wouldn't recommend
understand.
doing that. So you need to release it, and those to me are the two options: to your mother or to your nephew. And you
Yes.
don't want to release it to your mother, so release it on your nephew. He'll be fine. And even if
Okay.
he's not fine, you have to get out of that because if he's not doing anything to help her, then he can go live somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
your brother will say, "I'm not paying $400 a week for you to go live somewhere else. You go
Yeah.
figure it out. Get back to work. Go do whatever she's asking. It's not unreasonable,
Yeah.
right?"
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
Yeah.
first step is just you speaking your truth, and whether you invite him over for a barbecue, invite them both over, make sure he's coming, and get a chance to just talk to him just one on one, gently, easy.
Yeah.
because you have to get that out. I'm just
I
telling you right
know.
now. It's a
I
lot.
know.
And there's you can hold on to it if you want. I've done that. It's not
Did
pretty.
did you hold on to it?
I used to hold on to stuff all the time. It's not pretty.
I know. I know.
It's
I'm
really not.
always run
So,
down and sick. I'm always run down and sick.
yeah, well, it sounds to me just like you're doing too much. So you've got to figure out how to balance that. And your mom is in need of care. And so at this time, before she's ready or you guys are ready to look at nursing homes, he's the guy who can help you at least a little bit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So, and it may be actively looking at nursing homes now, starting that process while people are still conscious and can have a
Yeah.
reasonable discussion.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
much does it cost? What has to happen? What's this? What's that? Is there an insurance? Does she have to sell the house? All these things come into play.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so while everyone's conscious and before she's had an accident or before we have to find a place tomorrow, now's when you
Yeah.
can look around and she can where are her friends going or have any of them gone into a nursing home?
No, she doesn't really have many friends.
Hmm. Was
Yeah.
that because in a wheelchair it was tough for her to get around always or
Well, Dad used to take her around everywhere and was more or less her carer, and they went to like lawn bowls and stuff like that. So, um, it was really like Dad's friends she had, not her own.
okay?
And then it's sort of like I'm it now. I mean, apart from the carers that come in, but
Yeah,
yeah,
so that's a lot of pressure on you to be her best friend, her daughter, and her carer. That's a
yeah,
lot.
it is.
That's a
Yeah,
lot. So one additional practical suggestion might be seeing how you can get her socialized. Is there a van that would pick her up and take her? Like here, our local hospital has a seniors thing that they meet once a week and they get fed lunch and they do whatever it is that they do.
yeah, yeah,
She needs socialization. I hate to tell you this because you can't be her best friend, her daughter, and her carer.
yeah, I know.
It's one of them has to go.
Yeah, so
So
true.
you have to and that's something you can actively figure out whether it's and like I said, it was really hard getting my mom into a home, but it was the best thing. It was the best thing for her. She was so happy
Yeah, yeah,
because they're all there the same the same age almost. You know what I mean? They're all talking about
yes,
the same thing about their kids, about their grandkids. They're all,
yeah,
it's
yeah. I totally, yeah, can,
and they're all complaining about the same things, but they're safe and they're in a good place.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It does sound good.
It's like I said, like you might start just with talking about socialization and figuring out what's available. Like here, I don't think they pick them up, but like I'm sure there are things that do pick up people. There's a service here that picks up people to take them to the doctors.
Yes, yeah.
There's, anyway, can she get in and out of a regular vehicle or does she need a special vehicle
She'll needs a special
does? Okay.
wheelchair bus. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So do you have one of those? You have a minivan
Um,
with a
I
ramp or
think there
something?
is. We are looking into something like that.
So how does she get around now?
Me.
So you have a wheelchair bus?
Oh no, no. So she can transfer into my car.
Okay.
I can, but she can't do it like for any car, and it's getting harder and harder anyway because the legs are getting weaker and weaker. So
Yeah.
she can't do it into a four-wheel drive or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Get her up the stairs, get her up that height. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So there are my assessment here is there are some practical things that you can do,
yeah.
and there are some conversations you absolutely have to have. You
Okay.
absolutely have to have some conversations.
Yes, yeah.
And you do. And so
Yes.
so you're not crying when I say that, so that's good.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm crying on the inside.
No, but you know that it's going to be better once you have a conversation
Yeah, I know.
because again, a big part of what's happening to you is not speaking your truth.
Yeah, yeah,
And because it is what it is. Your mother's in the state that she's in, whatever that is. And her
yeah,
physical health will be whatever it is.
Yeah.
But you can't play those three roles.
No.
Can't. So you get to pick which ones you want to be,
Yeah.
and one of them has to go. And that's just
Yes.
a practical, pragmatic thing. So take the emotion out of that. You got to figure out which one you're getting rid of.
Yeah.
So just choose. You can go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You can think of it logically. You can toss a coin. One of
Oh,
them has to go.
it's just so hard, this life. I don't know. I just,
It's gonna get easier once you stop holding all this in.
yes. Yeah.
It really will, because she would never want to be a burden on you. She would
Yeah.
never, right?
No.
Although there are some people I know might, but it doesn't sound like she'd be that person.
No, no, she wouldn't want that.
She
I
wouldn't want
just,
that. So you've got to set it up so it's not that.
yeah, yeah,
Because it's already hard enough dealing with parents who are getting older and their physical stuff. You don't need extra stuff to deal with.
yeah.
And to me, the easiest one to let go of at this time is being her best friend. She has to get her own friends who are her
Yes.
similar age group, where they can talk and complain about all the same things that they do.
Yeah, so
You know, they
true.
do. They need that. She needs that.
All right, we'll start there. I'll get
Start
that
there.
bus
Right.
bus going. Yeah,
Yeah, and there has to be bus services. And again, maybe you want to go visit the doctor with her to find out what's going on, or maybe it's recorded,
yeah.
on her phone. I don't know, is she still savvy or
Oh
capable of
yeah,
things, or
she's on the like a little tablet. She's got a
okay, so
phone. She's
you could
got
have a record button on, use the record and
yeah,
record any conversations with the doctor, for example,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
the bus that picks her up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So there are practical solutions. It doesn't solve the trauma that you suffered from, and it doesn't resolve the trauma of you not speaking your truth until you speak your truth.
yes. I know.
Okay? So that's why that part's really, really critical.
Yeah,
Because that part only you can do.
I know. I know.
And like I said,
I
you can
know.
start just with your nephew.
Yeah,
He's 20. He'll get over it. Whatever you have to say to him, he'll
yeah,
be fine.
yes, yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I just feel sorry for her.
For her or for him.
For her.
Yeah, and you need to stop feeling sorry for her and help her be empowered to live a good life. Come here, come over here. I'm sorry that this one went. This is this
Oh,
is Cleo. She's
hello.
Something's going on outside that she wants to do. All right, you go. I'm gonna put her outside real quick. 1 second.
No worries.
Oh, Cleo, you've been very loud. Come on, go, go, go. No, there you go. No. So let's see. Um, all right. So what I'll do is I'm gonna stop
Mm,
recording here.
okay.